Your enemy does not exist in flesh and blood. They exist only within the sacred attention you choose to bestow upon their presence every single day. Every time you feel anger, you are simply paying an energy tax to emotional beggars who feed off your reaction and steal your precious peace. This video is not about forgiveness. I will teach you how to erase their existence through a higher form of cruelty, the art of absolute indifference. They want your hatred because it proves they matter. But today, we decide that they are nothing more than background noise in your grand narrative. Sit back and observe. To master your reality, you must first master the gate of your attention and stop funding those who seek to destroy you. Time is the only currency that matters. Why would you spend it on ghosts? Why would you let a phantom occupy the penthouse of your mind? The art of ignoring is not a passive act of weakness. It is an active strike against the relevance of your enemies in your current reality. Imagine a world where their insults never reach your ears. Not because you are deaf, but because they have become too insignificant to be heard. Every thought of them is a neural pathway being reinforced. To ignore is to let those paths wither and die from a lack of blood. We are starting a mental purge. By the end of this session, those who wronged you will be nothing but forgotten shadows in your history. The throne of your mind is exclusive. There is no room for those who do not bring value, peace, or power to your daily life. True power is the ability to look directly at a provocation and feel absolutely nothing. It is the ultimate victory over any human adversary. Stop reacting. Start erasing. Your silence is a weapon more terrifying than any scream, and your indifference is a wall they can never climb. They thrive on your struggle. They live for your defense. Take that away, and they starve in the cold vacuum of your total lack of interest. Prepare yourself for the psychological protocols that will redefine your existence. We are about to delete the parasites from your internal operating system. Why do you react to them? Because your amygdala has been hijacked by their provocations, turning your biology against your own logic and peace. Enemies are psychological parasites. They don't have lives of their own. They live by siphoning the emotional energy of their chosen host victims. When you strike back, you are feeding the parasite. You are providing the very chemical reaction they need to survive and grow within you. Holding on to hatred is like turning your mind into a storage unit for emotional garbage. You are sacrificing your space for their toxic waste. Nature teaches us that a host that does not react is a host that survives. The parasite eventually detaches when the food supply is cut. When you remain silent, you are cutting off the oxygen to their ego. They cannot exist without the oxygen of your acknowledgement and pain. Are you a king on a throne, or are you a waste bin for cheap insults? The choice is made in the split second of reaction. Every time you explain yourself to an enemy, you lose. You are validating their right to judge you, giving them power they never earned. Control your biology. If your heart rate doesn't rise, the enemy hasn't landed a blow. The war is won in your nervous system first. Shut the doors of your perception. Lock the gates of your empathy. Not everyone deserves a seat at the table of your inner world. The prefrontal cortex is your weapon of choice. It allows you to override the animal urge to fight back with the divine power of silence. Wipe away the residue of their presence. You are not a victim of their words. You are the architect of your own emotional fortress. Be like oil in water. They may be in your environment, but they never mix with your essence. You remain pure, separate, and untouched. Notice the mechanism of their attack. It is always a projection of their own inadequacy. Why would you take a stranger's poison into yourself? Tune out the noise. Most of what you call conflict is just static meant to distract you from the signal of your own greatness. The greatest insult is not a slap. It is the total lack of recognition. Treat them as if they are made of thin, transparent glass. Stoicism is not the absence of emotion. It is the mastery of it. Be the stone that the waves of their petty malice break against. They expect a reaction. They crave the dance of drama. By refusing to move, you break the rhythm of their psychological game entirely. Your energy is a limited resource. Do not spend it on people who are already bankrupt. Invest it where it yields a return for you. They are just background actors in your movie. Do not give a background actor a leading role in your mind's internal dialogue tonight. Reflect their negativity back into the void. It does not belong to you. It is a gift you have chosen to decline and leave behind. The purge of the parasites is complete. Now, we look toward the masters of history to learn how they commanded the space of silence. Napoleon Bonaparte did not spend his nights arguing with those who doubted his vision. He redefined reality through the sheer force of his victories. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. He chose peace over retaliation. His philosophy of the Meditations is a blueprint for the modern mind. It teaches us that our internal kingdom is the only one worth defending. The conquerors of history knew that to pay attention to a small enemy is to make yourself small. They looked only at their grand destination. Modern neuroscience calls this selective inhibition. It is the brain's ability to filter out irrelevant stimuli to maintain focus on high-value goals and objectives. You do not ignore because you are weak. You ignore because your brain is too expensive to spend on objects of zero value and low worth. Think of your attention as pure gold. Would you throw your gold at someone who is cursing you from the side of the road? The eagle does not fight the crow that sits on its back. It simply flies higher until the crow falls off from a lack of oxygen. Redirect your compass. Your true enemies are not people, but the distractions that keep you from reaching the peak of your own potential today. The architects of the world are masters of silence. They understand that every word spoken in anger is a secret revealed to the enemy. Build your internal walls not out of fear, but out of standard. High standards naturally exclude low-level people without the need for a fight. Concentrate your power. Like a prism, focus your energy on the spectrum of your own goals instead of scattering it on the shadows of others. Elevate your perspective. When you look down from the heights of your ambition, the critics look like ants, and their voices are merely whispers. They want to pull you down into the mud because they cannot climb the mountain. Do not descend. Keep climbing until they are out of sight. Your life is a masterpiece in progress. Every second you spend on a hater is a brushstroke you've stolen from your own beautiful canvas. The predator does not bark. It moves in absolute silence until the moment of impact. Indifference is the silence before your inevitable great success. Time is running out for your enemies, not because they will die, but because they will cease to exist in the world you are building. The heat of their malice is actually the fire that forges your character. Use their hate as fuel to burn brighter in your own lane. Choose your inputs. The most powerful man in the room is the one who is least affected by the opinions of those around him. Finalize your decisions. Once you decide someone is dead to your reality, seal that door and never look back at what is behind it. In the vastness of the cosmos, your enemy's ego is smaller than a grain of sand. Why let a grain of sand blind your vision? Conflict is friction. Without friction, there is no shine. But once the polish is done, the diamond no longer needs the rough wheel's touch. Sacrifice your need to be right. It is a small price to pay for the ultimate luxury of being left alone in your own peace. Do not get lost in the maze of their arguments. Walk straight to your goal. The exit of the maze is where you find yourself. History has taught us. Science has confirmed it. Now, it is time to move from philosophy to the tactical execution of your mental purge. Phase 1. The cut. You must immediately sever all chemical supply lines to the conflict. This means no checking profiles, no hearing their name. Digital silence is mandatory. Every time you click their name, you are handing them a key to your mental apartment. Change the locks today. When the urge to react rises in your chest, observe it like a scientist observing a chemical reaction in a beaker. Do not become it. Do not let their poison touch your blood. Keep your internal chemistry pure by refusing to secrete the hormones of stress and defensive anger. Invert the reality. If they attack, it means you are winning. If they scream, it means you are ahead. Use their noise as your confirmation. Phase 2. The black hole. Create a zone of zero feedback. No matter what they say or do, let it fall into your total silence. Silence is the gravity that collapses their ego. Without your reaction to sustain them, their provocations lose all mass and eventually vanish into nothing. Empty the stage. Remove their costumes, their lines, and their presence. In the theater of your mind, the play has ended for them forever. Do not look back to see if they are still watching. That look back is a win for them. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. Unplug the feed. In your world, this person was never born. They have no past, no present, and certainly no future in your awareness. Phase 3. The reconstruction. Take all the energy you used to spend on hatred and pour it into the garden of your own empire. Your success is the most brutal execution of your enemies. When you reach the top, they will still be down there, screaming at shadows. Build your wealth, your body, and your spirit. Every brick you lay in your own life is a tombstone for the relevance of your haters. The best revenge is living so well that you literally forgot you even had enemies. That is the true state of mental and physical sovereignty. Launch yourself into a new reality. Leave the gravity of small minds behind. You are moving at a speed they can no longer track or follow. Fill your life with such high-value people and experiences that there is no physical space left for the low-frequency vibrations of the past. The vault is closed, the past is dead, the parasites have been starved out, and the host has become a god of his own creation. You are now walking on the bridge of indifference. Do not look down at the water. Look only at the city of light waiting for you. Your original self is being revealed, the self that was not defined by conflict, but by the pure light of your own unique creative purpose. The protocol is simple, but the execution requires a cold heart and a sharp mind. You are the operator of your own consciousness now. Stay rooted. The storms of others will come and go, but you will remain, growing stronger with every winter they try to bring upon you. Peace is the highest form of power. Those who cannot disturb your peace have no power over you, no matter how loud they may scream. The map is clean. The territory is yours. You have successfully erased the anomalies from your reality and reclaimed your internal kingdom for yourself. The lesson is over, but the practice begins today. Every hour of your life is a choice between their ghost and your own living flame. Do not waste even this one grain of sand on a memory of them. Turn the glass over and start your new life right now. The air is cleaner up here. The view is better. And most importantly, the silence is absolute and profoundly beautiful for those who reach it. Breathe it in. The freedom of being untouchable, the luxury of being forgotten by the small and remembered only by the greats of the world. You are a universe unto yourself. Do not let a single speck of dust think it has the right to cloud your celestial light today. What I have just shared belongs to the deepest layers of dark psychology. These are tools that the modern algorithms are trying to censor. They want you reactive. They want you triggered. Because a triggered person is a predictable person, and a predictable person is easy to control. By mastering the art of the ruthless ignore, you are breaking the code of the system. You are becoming a ghost in their machine of drama. If you feel you have the discipline to wield these ultimate weapons of the mind, then you are ready for the next level of training. There are secret protocols that the outside world will never see. Lessons on power, influence, and the total domination of your own internal reality. Reality is a choice. You can either be a victim of their narrative, or you can be the author who deletes their characters with a pen. The world is moving fast. Don't be the one standing still, arguing with a ghost from a past that no longer has any claim on you. Listen to the silence you have created. It is the sound of your victory. It is the sound of your enemies fading into the digital abyss. Selection is power. By choosing what not to see, you are defining what you will become. Choose to be great. Choose to be silent. The gates are open for a limited time. If you seek the truth behind the curtain of common psychology, step through now and join us. Do you hear the whispers of your own potential? They are finally audible now that the screaming of your enemies has been silenced for good. Your journey into the dark arts of the mind has just begun. Protect your attention. It is the most valuable thing you will ever own. I am watching your progress, not with judgment, but with the cold expectation of a master watching a student finally reclaim their own throne. The choice is yours. The reality is yours. The empire is yours. Walk away from the trash and step into the light of your power. The purge is complete. You are now free. Do not look back, only forward. To the elite, we say, welcome to the internal command.